another great is Joe Thornton. He signed with and nobody can understand here in Toronto how anybody from Toronto can ever think of anybody wanting Joe Thornton. I think Joe Quenneville said he wanted him, and I think he'll be great back there.
Yeah, I think the rumor too is now as Chera's not signed, and the rumor is that they're trying to sign Chera in Florida too.
Oh boy, I tell you that Florida's going to be something to get Chera. I think it's not that Chera doesn't want to sign with Washington. I think he just doesn't know if he wants to play or not. It's not, but I think that.
I think like the whole thing with the older guys too, Dad, is like. I think Quenneville will know how to handle Joe and play him. I just don't think he played enough up here. No. I don't think, I think Keefe, not knocking,
he did play him on the power play.
But, I don't think he played him enough. I don't think he played Simmons enough. And, like he played Spezza a lot. Look what Spezza did. And the reason Thornton couldn't do that because he didn't play the same.
Yeah, he didn't have center. I know for a fact that when you're older, you have to play. If you miss 2 or 3 games, or if you only get about 6 minutes of the game, that's not playing. That you just get warmed up. I remember when I made a comeback. Someday I'll tell about that. When I made a comeback, and the first 3 games in the American Hockey League, they had under 26. It was development league, and I played a regular. The first game I didn't, and we got hammered 8-1 or something in Cincinnati. And after that, I played the next 3. I was +5. Oh, no, I was +3. And after that, I was phoned and said that you're not making a southern trip. And once you miss a game when you're older or you don't play much, and that's what I think happened to Joe. I think Quenneville, when he gets down there, will play him about 13 minutes. He'll play him on the power play because there's nobody in the National Hockey League can pass a puck like Joe.
The other thing, too, that I thought was kind of, we didn't talk about it, is Montreal didn't sign Perry, and Tampa signed him. So Tampa faced Perry 2 years in a row. When he beat Dallas, they played him. And then when they played Tampa won the Cup, and then next year they played Montreal. Perry was on Montreal. I think maybe they said we're sick of seeing him in the finals, so we better sign him. And they signed him for 2 years.
2 years? Is that right? I didn't know that. Too. I thought it was just 1 year. Usually older guy, they only sign for 1 year. Perry is a pain in the neck to play against and he really is. He's always involved in something that goes on. But you're right. I think Quenneville will know how to handle Joe Thornton. I think Joe Thornton will be terrific in Florida. I don't know how many goals he'll get, but he'll be a force.
Well, it sounds like that Quenneville's a smart coach down there. I guess he learned from the best, eh? Because he played for you in where?
Well, he came from Colorado, and he came out with Lanny McDonald. He was like Joe Sanusi on the trade. He said he was a great spare tire. But you could tell back then he was going to be a good coach. Didn't
he break his ribs when we played? He missed some games. Remember he broke the ribs and you got him
shots. He's the only guy that I know of that got a standing ovation for blocking shots. He could sure block shots.